Hello, everyone. This is your girl, Erica Wilson, the host of It Had to Happen show. You knew that you had to turn to God because He's the only one that could get you out. Such a blessing to be able to sit with you, son.
You know, like in the isolation, sometimes we feel lonely or not being able to fit in, or this person is not going to bother with me or whatever. But that is the time when God says, "Be still."
Right.
And know that I am God. There you go. Thank you, Jesus.
I'm a single mom with 2 kids, struggling, rape victim, homeless, robbed at gunpoint. All those things had to happen to me to birth me for my purpose today. And that's why I'm standing here today giving back.
That to say this, it had to happen.
Great day, everyone. We're here live today with your girl, Erica Wilson at It Had to Happen. Guys, we're on season 4, episode 4, NFL Moms of Miami. Oh, I am so honored to have someone that's very special. A son that plays on the same team as my son, was on same position and everything. And she's such a phenomenal young woman. And her name is Miss Melissa Phillips. So before we bring her on, I just want to jump into a couple of things, a couple of announcements, put it like that, as we prepare for her to come before you all. Well, first of all, I just want to tell the Lord, thank you. Thank you for allowing me to be here to do this, blessing me with this vision to come before you all each and every Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Just to sit before you guys and share so many stories. And It Had to Happen. It Had to Happen was birthed from a book. So the podcast came from the book, and the book is about my journey, my pain, and my purpose. Through that pain, I was being birthed my purpose through the pain. And I like to invite guests on who's overcomers, who maybe entrepreneurs, whatever it may be, just to hear whatever your it may be, because we all know that we experience a lot of it's in our lives. No matter how old, how young, we experience some it's in our life. And we have to know that it had to happen. It happened to us, but we're supposed to share with someone else. So I have this lady that I absolutely adore. When I watched this video, it touched me so deep. And I have to share this. I was waiting for our guest to get on, but I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to show you guys this video because this video is phenomenal. And just to hear her son talk about her the way that he did, go ahead and check that out.
Example has been a lot to me. Man, she is strong-willed, she's intelligent, hardworking, she's caring, she's loving, she's selfless, she's supportive, she's fun, and playful, and silly. She's very tough. No matter who you are, no matter what you're doing, she will push you to be the very best at what you're doing. If your job is to be folding napkins at the restaurant, she will have you on the internet searching every possible way to fold the napkins so you can be the best one that's folding napkins. It doesn't matter what it is. And you can see in her life that's how she is. She went to every game of mine and every practice of mine. And when it came to Lee, she tried to do the same thing. And you could just tell for him that meant so much to have someone support him, whether it was football or it was wrestling. And with Eddie, it was basketball. And with Michael, it was track. And Brendel, it was football and track and field. And Kenneth, it was track. And just, everyone. She was so involved in everything that they did, and not just me. And you could tell that they loved it. Everybody called her Mama. Yeah, that was the thing. It wasn't, you could tell when they first got there, it was Miss Lisa, and then after a certain point, it was just Mama this, Mama that. It's transformed the way I view being a teammate. We always talk about our sports teams being like a family, and with so many different people from so many different backgrounds and different personalities, I think it's allowed me to be able to adapt to all of that. I'm very, very proud of her and everything that she's done for everyone around her. And, sometimes she forgets about herself. I think she spreads herself out too thin, but in her mind, she's not spreading herself out enough because she wants to touch and impact so many people. Mom, I want you to know that I love you. I'm proud of you. I'm happy that you can finally get something that you deserve. Some acknowledgement for what you've done. At some point, hopefully, I hope you can take a rest and let other people take care of you. But until that time comes, I'm grateful for everything that you do and that you've done. And love you from the bottom of my heart.
I am so nervous. It's no surprise. Eddie is here. He's one of my kids that I raised, Mr. Basketball. And fostering is not fostering. Just be a parent. Treat young people the way you would treat your own blood children. Out of all the 17 children that came through my home, I am still in touch with 15 of the 17. So God is good, and I'm very blessed to have them. I could only have one child, and He gave me one amazing child, not just a packer, but an amazing young man. And so just thank you, and thank you for thinking of me and my family.
Wow is all I can say. 17? God bless her soul. Oh my God. What an awesome video. I watched that video and I was literally in tears just for her. 17. Oh my God. And she's still in touch with 15. So that says a whole lot about her. And I am just so honored to just, play that video before you all, because let me tell you something. Being a parent is not easy. And she said, not only she was blessed with one, but 17, came through her home, and she treat all of them the same. So it's not about putting the word foster child in there. That's her child. Those were her children. And thank God that God blessed her with the ability to bless them all and pour into them all, not just with the ones who came into her home, but anyone who she came in contact with. You heard what her son said. So my God, shouts out to, I can't remember her name, but salute to that queen. My God. Wow. All right, guys, we are on season 4. Episode 4. How about that? Good God Almighty, already season 4. But without further ado, I have the beautiful Melissa Phillips coming before you guys now. How are you doing, Melissa?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I am great, great, great. It is such an honor to finally see your face.
We've been dancing for a long time. We just never got a chance to really hang out or anything. I apologize. I have so much going on
No, no,
in
no,
my
no.
life right now.
No need to apologize. It's going to happen right when God wanted to happen. I know when I come in town, you're out of town, but we're going to get it together. We're definitely going to get it
Pre-planning works.
Yes. And and that's what I don't think one understand how much is put on a mom of an athlete. Not just that, but how many other kids do you have?
I have 3 others.
3.
And I'm a grandmother of 3 as well. So.
Ooh, wow. Okay, so before we jump into your children, I want you to tell the audience, who is Melissa Phillips?
Well, let's see. I'm a single mom. I've been a single mom for 25 years plus now. I'm also a grandmother of 3. I help my son by taking care of his 2 while he needs whatever he needs to do in his professional career. So I try to make sure, as far as his kids go, everything will be fine. That was one of the things that I had the privilege of being able to do for him and for me. It makes me feel really, really good to be able to help him. And it gives me what I need. It keeps me young and vibrant, and just being able to have a second chance at a much more mature age to help somebody rear their children. My son is doing an amazing job, so he's teaching me some things. So I'm just helping oversee whenever I can.
Man.
And I also have power of attorney over my father. I'm a co-power of attorney over my grandmother. So that's kind of the reason why we can't get it together like we should. I promise it'll slow down eventually, but family comes first. I'm really, really huge on family. I'm a Christian, so I believe in God. Without him, I don't know where I would be. That's pretty much it. Family is everything to me. And I guess football's second. I'm always trying to do things to help the community where I'm from, wherever I'm at. I look forward to being able to jump in head first whenever we get the chance to do LYNN's foundation. LYNN has a family foundation. And I just really want to be really, really active in that and be able to give back to communities, as well as partnering with Stevie Johnson. He's a retired football player for the Buffalo Bills. He has something, a docuseries coming up, and I want to try to introduce Youngstown, Ohio to that. I won't reveal too much information because I really look forward to what he has in store from May through June, and we kind of just want to collaborate for Youngstown and get that going and things. That's pretty much it. That's pretty much it. That's Melissa right now.
But Melissa, let me tell you something. Like you said, family is everything. I totally, totally agree. And one of the things that I don't think that the people understand, we as moms of athletes, we wear many hats. And you say that you was a single mom of 25 years. I was a single mom of 29 and 34 years. So 34 years. Yeah. So, but by the grace of God, I never lost them to the street. I kept them on track pretty much because they love sports, and that's one of the things we have to keep them something that they love. So they knew, Melissa, if they got in trouble, hey, no football, right? You agree? Education first, right?
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
but I just want to tell everyone, this is the mother of LYNN
BOWDEN.
Bowden.
LYNN BOWDEN Jr.
LYNN Bowden Jr. with the Miami Dolphins. And Melissa, as I was reading up on LYNN, I didn't even know that he started out as a quarterback.
How far do you want to go back?
Well, I'm talking about, I guess, in college, I want to say. I think I read that he
in
was
college, it was his No, he wasn't a quarterback. He had never played wide receiver in his life. And the team, we lost our quarterback to the second game of the season. And Lynn stepped up. He stepped up. He asked the coach if it was all right if he stepped up. He had played quarterback in high school, not a down in college. And from that moment forward, they won the bowl game that year. He was and he also won the Paul Horning as well. He broke many records, and he was known for being the SEC's non-throwing, more or less Russian quarterback. So, I mean, him doing what he was supposed to do for the team. Of course, he didn't have any wide receiver footage for the draft, so it kind of hurt him in the rounds. But he ended up going 80th pick overall in the third round, just because they didn't have anything on him his final year. And overall, it ended up working out. It was God's time and God's plan.
Yes.
And we're happy. We're in Miami. I love it. I wouldn't change it for the world. I just look forward to growing with my sister moms that I haven't connected with down here. I'm big on that, trying to get, some type of communication, some type of bond with the ladies. I plan on going back into the Professional Football Moms Association once Lynn is active and my life kind of slows down again, which will probably be this upcoming season since he's cleared. And Lord willing, everything as far as my grandma's ailments will get a little bit more stable versus rocky as it's been for the last year and a half.
Wow. And take me back to the high school, because I heard you said that he played quarterback in high school. Let me tell you, that's so funny because Alan played quarterback in high school. But he told the coach his 10th grade year, he was like, look, coach, I do not want to play quarterback anymore. And he went on to be a receiver.
So with Lynn, freshman and sophomore year, he was a running back. The team needed a quarterback, and Lynn is a versatile player. Of course, that's how he won Paul Horning. So they needed a quarterback. He decided to help the team out, and he played quarterback. Wait a minute, I take that back. It was the middle of sophomore year. And then he ended up moving to Warren Harding, which was a different school for him. So he ended up junior and senior year playing for Warren Harding in Warren, Ohio. And that's where he graduated from as a quarterback. So he broke a lot of records there. He was compared to Maurice Claret for a very, very long time. Maurice and Lynn have a close bond. Maurice and his mom helped me out a lot. Going through the process is all about trusting the process. And I needed the whole village to get me through because, like I said, as a single mom, there was no guidelines, no rules for me. I became Lynn's mom at 18, but I became a teen mom at 17. So my first two, I pretty much grew up with them. So I needed a lot of help with a young Black man that from the area that we're originally from. Black men don't make it to C18. You're blessed if you make it to C18. And unfortunately, it's still like that to this day. We have a lot of talent that has came before and that's up and coming. It's just all about just trusting the process and finding people that can help you carry your child through if you're a single parent. But sometimes even not being a single parent, you know what I mean? You need someone to help you. You need some type of insight. And like I said, I just look forward to teaming up with Stevie, whenever we get the chance. Hopefully it'll be sometime this year, and introduce it to my hometown, and it'll be something in football. So.
Yes. Wow. Ooh, yes, you wear many, many hats. And to hear what you just said, not many. You're not at 18, you said about 18?
17.
No. I'm speaking about you saying where you guys are from. You're
Oh yeah, 18. 18. You're blessed to see 18.
all
Blessed. I mean, it started off a mob town, and it has a huge part. It's a very low income poverty type of town. We lost all our steel mills and General Motors. It's really nothing there. We have two hospitals that's owned by the same company, and it's pretty much 15 miles. It's four sides of towns, and you can get there in 7 minutes. If you leave from the north side to the south side, you can get there in 7 minutes. From the south side to the east side to the west side. I mean, I love my hometown. I always embrace it, but we need to certainly come together, and everybody needs to use their platform and try to build it up. It's growing, but we need a lot of work. I would love to see many more kids come out of Youngstown, Ohio, because it was number one at one point in time for the most NFL players in the country. And I just would like to see that again. I was blessed enough to have a son that's a part of that, but I would love to see everybody's son make it out of there and do well.
yes. Wow. And that's one of the things, like at the time when you were raising your kids in this area,
Hmm.
little did you know that you were being birthed for your purpose. And a lot of times our seeds, bless us as parents, as mothers, because now by you going through their struggle and God allowing you to experience everything that you had to experience there,
Hmm.
now you can go back and pay it forward and not only just talk the talk because you walked it, you experienced it. And the heart that you have, my God bless you, my sister, to want to go back. And like you said, you want to see a lot more come up out of there. That
But
says
it but it doesn't just stop there. I also
right.
try to do as much as I can with his college. Uh, so Lynn's been pro 2 years, going into his third year. I was blessed enough to be able to attend last year college bowl game in which they won. Not this season; it just passed. I wasn't able to do it. I kind of stayed home because of COVID. Lynn had COVID at the time, so wasn't in the plans to be at the bowl game. So I stayed home and helped him with his children. And I also tried to make it back to one regular season game per season, in which the last 2 years I've been fortunate enough to do that. And I just try to answer any questions, continue to support, so, give it back to the fans, the alumni, the people that supported my son. And, my sister moms, they still have children that are there. You know what I mean? The women that we cried together, we laughed together, ate, fellowship, danced together. They gave me my first birthday party ever in my entire life. I'm used to giving, but the most beautiful thing that I got from them was not just our sisterhood and our son's brotherhood, but my first birthday party. I turned 40 and I cried. I mean, it was amazing. So, like I said, family is everything. You don't have to be my blood to be my family. It's who's family and who's not. So
Right.
yeah.
Right. And I want to take you back to something that you said where it says it takes a village.
Mhm.
Going into the NFL, how can you say, going into the NFL,
Mhm.
you got to think about agents, you got to think about financial advisors, you got to think about marketing team. And that was one of the things that I went back to school and I wanted to learn so I could understand the lingo and things like that when I was being talked to about my son. But not only that, you go in blind, Melissa, like you really don't know much. And it's so awesome to hear that you say you want to go back and do this because that's something that definitely needs to be done. Listen, especially at camps, think about camps. The kids come out, yeah, they learn drills, yeah, they get a meal to eat. Yeah, they meet, a couple of the NFL players, but what are they taking home? What knowledge are they taking home outside of the drills? The parents too. The parents should be in the area too, where they can be educated by other mothers or fathers, whoever it may be, parents, period. Be educated on the do's and the don'ts, because there are so many things that a lot of people do not know, not just with NFL, but with college as well. There's a lot of things that you can do and you just cannot do. So I just think that, that was something very profound what you said. And I was with a group called Mocha Moms. And do you know about Mocha Moms?
No,
No,
the only
Mocha
mom group
Moms.
that I know about.
We had a couple of seminars. I mean, it really was teaching you, it was educating you on so much. And then all of a sudden, it just went away. Yeah, it just went away. But it was something that was very, very educational. Matter of fact, she was a stepmother of a player.
Wow.
She married a young man's father. And I'm talking about this woman put this Mocha Moms together. And it started off, I'm talking about, it was phenomenal. You hear me? It was very good. And it was so much, information that you can, she was feeding the people. And we need more groups like that. PIFMA, one of the ones too, that it's a big sisterhood.
Yeah.
Very large sisterhood. And you have moms present and before past moms, their sons have maybe now retired. And it's so many women in that group and in Mocha. We all have some of the same stories, similar, and who better not to talk to than somebody that went through it?
Sure.
So we can gather all the information that we want to do with, that we want to, but who are we sharing it with?
Right.
Who are you sharing it with? You just can't talk the talk. You have to put action behind what it is you're saying that you're going to do. Now, if you're going to go ahead and you're going to do this thing with these moms, you have to go full throttle, because we were once there.
Yeah.
We were once there. And we were blind. We had to, by the grace of God, and we made it. But that thing is rough. The not knowing, just the unknowing.
And trusting others with the well-being of your child.
There you go.
That's the big thing. That was a big thing that
wow.
You asked about. I don't know about the Mocha Moms. I'm sure eventually me and you will get in tune with that and share some stories. But I was a part of the founding members of the UK Football Moms. Yeah, it's co-ed now, so men are running it. It started off just a fun little thing. It started off just a fun little thing where it was moms that, they had their own parent group, but we were a little non-traditional. So it started off really small the first year. It was about 9-10 of us. It helped it build us a bond as the mothers, so we can understand what our sons were going through. We used our sons, unfortunately, to fix the other son's problem. You know what I mean? They had no idea, but that was the whole goal. Whatever we needed, let's try to figure it out. You know what I mean? Because sometimes it's just the most simple thing that you can't go to compliance or a coach or, not knocking them, but when they're building a program, there's some answers that they don't have. And maybe you need somebody to look or walk or talk just like you, or understand non-traditionally what you're going through, or maybe even traditionally, to have a different perspective from a married woman. So, it's really beautiful, because a lot of them became NFL moms as well. And we certainly keep in contact, and we all root for each other's kids. Year 2, we pretty much tripled the numbers. We ended up with 63 people from the traditional 10. And then year 3, it was even better. But by then I had passed on to, I named a successor, which was one of the founding members at that time. And she since named a successor, and it's a man. So It'll be he's a great guy. It'll be really, really structured. It won't be the same little fun and dance. Hey, we're getting together. We're gonna go out. It's not gonna be that anymore. So I look forward. I'm not actually an active member anymore, but they all have my phone numbers. They can call me, text me, inbox me. I'm an open book. Anything that I can help with, as far as information, just any type of bonding, any type of anything you need from me. If I can do it, I'm here. So I haven't totally walked away. I'm just not an active member in the group
Right.
anymore, because once you move to the next level, things change yearly. So just like in the NFL, you have a whole bunch of rules and guidelines. In college, it's the same thing. So it's kind of hard to keep up with both. But like I said, I'm always here for whoever that needs me. You can definitely call me. I'm still the same Melissa.
Love that. I'm still the same Melissa. And then, listen, oh my God, I'm still the same Melissa. You guys heard it here at It Had to Happen with the girl, Erica Wilson. I have the beautiful mother of LYNN BOWDEN Jr., Miss Melissa Phillips. Let's go ahead and roll a couple of pictures of Mr. BOWDEN here. Wow, look at his eyes. I didn't know he had those eyes, Melissa.
Yes, he does.
I didn't know he had those eyes. Wow. So walk us through a little bit of what was draft day like.
COVID, the expectation of draft day was Vegas, being able to walk across the Vegas stage, but COVID had something different for us all. And it ended up being at my grandmother's house. Like I said, family is everything. At that time, she was up, she was mobile, and she was really with it. COVID said we were supposed to have about 6 to 10. I think we had like 100 people there. Because so that's probably why we weren't showing live streaming. But it was Lynn's day. I think nobody in that room probably was more on edge than me and him. It was something that I knew that my son wanted. He waited for his entire life. Since he was 3, he was putting on other people's shoulder pads and dirty and wearing it to bed. I remember having to snatch it off and for him to put it back. So for that, it was a very, very an emotional 2 nights before his name was called. And when his name was called, we started off at Vegas. He was drafted for Vegas, and we ended up, I think it was Friday before the first game, he got traded. I think it was Friday or Saturday before the first game, he got traded. And here we are, we're home at Miami. It's home now, so.
Yes, girl. And if it wasn't for that, we wouldn't have been able to meet.
Right.
So I didn't know that.
Move back because I need a neighbor.
I know. I be in and out. Trust me, I be in and out. I be there a lot, and definitely I'm gonna catch you. I'm gonna catch you. We're gonna.
I told you we got a plan. If we just gotta stick to it. I need to see you.
Right. And I'm telling you, I see that my sissy is on here, Denzel Perryman's mom, Sister Sandra Perryman, who I keep telling you that I want you to meet. Cassandra Mitchell, she's down there in Miami. Shirley Robinson, it's a lot of them down there, but that's my girl right there, Sandra Perryman.
Does her son play for Miami as well, or no?
Well, he's with the Raiders now.
Oh.
He's with the Raiders. But Cassandra Mitchell's son, Duke Johnson, he's with Miami now, the running back.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh, I did. I watched Duke's game. I can't remember who they played against. I think it was the one prior to, what was the second to last game? Who did they play?
I don't know.
A friend of mine's mentioned him to me. I believe he's a Q. If I'm not mistaken, don't quote me.
A Q?
But fraternity. I'm not for sure.
Oh, I'm
But
not sure. I'm not sure, but he comes from the University of Miami, so that's Alan's you brother. And he's originally from Miami. So what a way to come back home and play for your hometown,
that's
man.
all.
And that was one of the things for Alan. But we're gonna jump into too. Both of our kids was hurt last year, and man, oh man,
That was my first year ever in
that was
life.
the first year experiencing an injury.
I've missed, since LYNN was 5, I missed 4 football games. 3 in college because I couldn't afford to travel, and 1 when he was young in Little League.
Wow.
So I know it was a shock for him. I know, all I know is football. You know what I mean? He played basketball, but football, that's our first love. So
Right.
I think I was more hurt emotionally. I didn't know what to do with myself.
Man, what was his injury?
Hamstring.
Hamstring. Listen, Alan had an injury every year of his career.
Wow.
But one thing I could say about that young man, I don't know where well, yes, I do. God is all over him.
Yes.
Whatever injury it may be, he heals so good, Melissa, and he always get himself back to where he needs to be to attack the game. He know the game and he loves the game. But I know that for like every year, sometimes when he get out there, I cringe when he get on the field.
Girl, I'll be the happiest.
Well, no. I'm saying coming from my baby foot was in the opposite direction.
Oof.
Yes.
I probably would have lost my mind.
Exactly.
Even though he grown, I probably would have lost my mind.
But look at this. When I get to the hospital, what he's doing? Looking at the game and smiling, getting ready to go into surgery. Because
it's God.
Nobody but God. And that's why we have to keep our kid prayed up. We have to pray over our children. We have to plead the blood over our children. Because if they're athletes or not, this is something that we have to do on a daily basis because there's so many things that's out there. But just to see that foot in the opposite, oh my gosh, Melissa. But listen, I was one of those moms. Hey, get off my son. Don't hit him like that.
I think I got censored. My son censored me in high school. He censored all that hollering and screaming. Mom, all that hollering and screaming. Can you? I think I was the aggressive mom that kind of, if a guy was saying something, I think I forgot that I was a female. So I think that's the reason why my son censored me, because I go sit next to him. Who you talking? I know you ain't talking about him. I know you ain't talking about. So I guess censored early. So I was a little bit more quiet.
I feel good now. Alan, do you hear that? I hope you're listening in. And it's just not your mom. I'm telling you, Melissa, I didn't care if you were male or female. And I remember the game, Pat's game, Patriots and Jaguars. Oh my God. That game was very intense already. It was this guy who mouthing off. Before you know it, the young lady who I was with, I had them turned around and I had them let him. The lady looked at me like, Erica, is that you?
You know it's cameras. You know it's cameras now. They be waiting.
Yes, they do. And you gotta be careful. Oh, that's one of the things I want to speak about too. Because we gotta be careful. Look at Alan.
Get your mom, Alan. Get your mom. You gotta censor her now. Your mom on here telling all the juicy gossip.
Look at here, sis. You cannot talk about our babies like that. Like you said, we don't care if they're grown.
I be sitting there shaking my tips. I remember he said, "I bet not." Yeah, I bet not.
Well, see, Alan ain't never censored me.
But the sisters, he got 2 sisters. Ain't nothing censored about them. I'd be like, "Ooh, you embarrassing your brother. You got to stop now. You." Like, so it's okay. Who is he? I'm like, oh my God, Jesus.
But isn't it so special though to see your son out there doing what he loves to do. And Melissa, I
Mhm.
remember a game Alan played when he played for the Cowboys. And they were doing an interview. Do you know he knew exactly where I was at? Because he
That's
heard
what
me
they
going.
supposed to do.
He turned around and pointed exactly where I listen, they know, you
Who
know.
is that Baker that always be talking about where my mama at on the
Yeah.
team? Where my mama at? I know my mama up in the stand. Tell me something. I be envying his mom because
Yes,
he
and
be looking for his mom.
it's so cute when he do that with my mama. Where's my mama? And they even did a special on that because that's one of the things like we can't teach them how to be men. You understand that? But there's nothing like a mother-son bond.
The
Nothing like
world will never know.
no, you'll never know that. And sometimes what we do is kind of overbear them sometimes. And they don't understand it because it's just a mother instinct. We go off of emotions, but sometimes we have to take a step back and be like, okay, he's grown now. I have to let him. Oh gosh.
I know. He
Listen,
remind me.
yeah, it's hard to do, but the thing about it, when you see your son happy, you have to be happy for him.
Oh
You
yeah,
have to take
absolutely.
that step back and be like, okay,
Absolutely.
yeah, I mean, because his happiness means the world to you. You don't want to do anything to kind of make that, break that bond or any type of way.
Yeah,
But
absolutely.
to have you there with him, help him raise his 3 kids.
No, two.
Two
My
kids,
daughter
okay.
has one.
Oh, okay. So his 2 kids.
But Lynn, my daughter has one. She's a single mom as well. Some unfortunate events occurred, and Lynn has totally stepped up. And we're just a little short of a year. Ty will turn a year in February. His father was incarcerated the day he was born, and he never got to hold him. And I must have did a really, really great job because my son has stepped up, and he knows that he's not his dad, but Todd don't miss a beat. You know what I mean? He had Christmas with his cousins. He was at his cousin's birthday party. Ty's definitely he's blessed. My little grandson Ty, the one that I'm talking about, the youngest, my daughter's son, his grandmother, his father's mother is deceased, and my daughter's father is deceased. So he only has his father's father that's alive, and he lives way in Vegas, and then myself. So my son is definitely a godsend. He helps me and my daughter make sure that Ty is taken care of. Unfortunately, his father is like I said, incarcerated. So we just try to make sure that he has all the love,
Yes.
that all the respect, everything, anything that a normal kid would have. And like I said, with grandparents being deceased, and a lack of male bonding, he definitely gets it from my son. So
That's awesome. That is so awesome. And, man, that is so awesome to see your son become a parent. What was that like for you?
Whew. You know what? It was a blessing. It was a
Mm,
blessing. Like I said, um, you can lose focus really, really, really fast. And my son does a lot. In the past, he did a lot of interviews, and one of the things that he says every interview is, if it wasn't for his son, he don't know where he would be,
wow.
because he didn't want to do football anymore, and his son gave him the extra thing that he needed. And he does everything for his children and his family. And I just think, baby Lynn is my first. That's my twin. I can't say enough about the guy, so I don't I don't know where I'd be without baby Lynn. So
Wow.
uh, we've all, since Lynn was born, we've all been together, me, his mom, and my son. I moved to Kentucky with Lynn while he went to college so I can help. And now with the NFL, I'm here still with his daughter. So, yeah.
Amazing. Let me tell you something. I have my first grand.
Do you?
Yes. And
Boy or girl?
boy, his name is Chase, and I'm telling you, he is everything.
It's a different love.
If I could have skipped the kids and go to the grandkids, what do you think?
What
Oh,
you say?
no
What
offense,
you
Alan
say?
and Evie, but it is such a joy to lay your eyes on your seeds, and just to see the way that he is with Alan, it just really blows my mind. It's like he looked for Alan approval for everything. He is such a big boy. What was your first?
Baby Lynn.
A boy.
Baby Lynn, yeah, he's a boy. Lynn will be 5 April the 9th.
Wow.
That's the half of the time I tell Lynn, you can go. Can Lynn come over? I'll stay in the house in a minute to hang out with baby Lynn.
Wow.
Baby Lynn is different. He got grandma working on her bad words.
Well, he don't pass the triple twos, right? So you say he's almost 5. But
Yeah.
guess what? I'm getting ready to have another. My son is having it in June.
So you go, what you having this time?
We don't know yet. He said,
Hopefully you will get a girl.
boy,
I got a girl. That's my girl.
see,
I call her and sing songs and she gets to twerking. It just lights me. I don't know how my son feel about
you see, I ain't saying nothing.
Go along.
Listen, oh my gosh, I don't know. I think another boy would be. I have 2 boys. A daughter for him, I think, will literally rock his world. He's
a
already,
girl. You want a girl.
He's already cool, calm, and very humble young man. When we talked before, I was telling you about him, and it's just, and even your son say, "Mom, he don't talk." He very, very quiet, But at the same time, too. Just to lay my eyes on him and his seed. And I can only imagine you being there every day, how that makes you feel.
Wouldn't have it any other way.
I know. But let me tell you something. When I just visited with them, I had the most amazing time. And I always try, I know my son be like, why she leave so early in the morning? Because it's easier because I know he's sleeping. So it's easier.
That just means stay longer. I told you it's empty next door somewhere. You just need to move back. You miss home.
But see, we have to have somewhere to visit, sis. You got to come there.
You can go visit Georgia. It's green there.
So she's trying to get me to come back home. Let me go ahead and read some of these comments to you because they're showing you so much love, Melissa, here at It Had to Happen. Let's go ahead and show some love.
Oh, I didn't.
Okay, my sis all the way she's up here too. Miss Money Favorite Rose. She says, great evening, sis.
Hello.
Woman of God, blessing queens.
Blessings to you too.
Oh my. Again, woman of God, that's amazing. I don't know what's going on with my eyes.
You crying about your grandkids.
I know, right? And that's my
you had to
sister
leave.
right there, Sandra Perryman. That's Denzel's Perryman's mom.
Good evening.
Hey, Sister Kim. She's here in Georgia as well. See, you gotta come on up, Melissa.
Too green.
Little Sissy again. She said, "You're a very strong woman, my sister. Keep the faith and know that God got you." Yes.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Oh, yes. Charlotte Love. Hey, how are you? She's in Duval, Jacksonville. She said, "Amen." Shannon Jaguar Diva. She's in Duval as well. Great evening, ladies. Great evening, Shannon.
Good evening.
My eyes just running. And Sissy says, looking forward to meet you. So we're definitely going to make that happen. She's a little under the weather right now, but hey, we're going to make it happen. We may be delayed, but we're not denied. And that was one of the series that we were preaching on on Mondays on the prayer broadcast, which you should join in and listen in. I'm
Okay.
amazing, Melissa. I'm telling you, every Monday at 5:30. But let me go ahead and show this group of ladies that you're a part of, because there's nothing like having a group of sisters that can bond and really get along and be there for one another. So let's go ahead and put that picture up and tell us a little bit about this group.
Oh, wow. Let's see. 1, 2. Three of the moms besides three of the moms besides myself are NFL moms now for different teams.
Wow.
Couple of them, their sons are declaring. Yeah, but this is the second season of the NFL football moms. This is some of them. Like I said, I couldn't ask for a better set of women. That was the year that they actually gave me the birthday party.
Wow.
The original founders of the group, the ladies got together and did it. And the new ladies came and we all got to really hang out and do the UK thing. When you think about Kentucky, you think of the Derby and horses, but they can line dance, they can dance, and they definitely know how to throw a party. Now, since I don't drink, I didn't get to partake in the bourbon and all of that stuff, but I hear the bourbon's good. But definitely it's a great place. Those are great women. We have a sisterhood for life.
Yes.
Like I said, I'm still the same Melissa. Any of them can call, text, whatever, visit if they want. So.
Wow. That is so awesome. That is so awesome. Not only that, we're not just going to show your sisters, we're going to show your beautiful family. My God, I love this picture, by the way.
Thank you.
I love it. But let's go ahead and you can tell us a little bit about your kids.
That is 2019. That's in Louisville, Kentucky. That was the last year that the great Paul Horning was alive. My son was the last person to receive their award while Paul and Snellenberger was alive. He received both of them that year. He won both of them. So we were blessed to meet both of those guys. They were truly amazing. And so my family, as you can see, Lynn's holding baby Lynn, the love of my life. The first one, I can't take away from the other two. And then the guy next to him, that's my youngest son, that's Tariq. And then it's me. And then my daughter, that's my oldest. Her and Lynn are Irish twins. She's 11 months older. That's my 25-year-old. She's a traveling nurse. That's Deja. And then that's Lynn's fiance, Michaela. And on the end, that's my daughter, Talissa. She's my youngest girl. She's 20.
Beautiful family, Lynn. I mean, Melissa,
Thank
I'm calling you Lynn. Beautiful family.
Oh, it's fine.
Right now at 7:53, we have about 7 minutes. I definitely want to do a part to this because I didn't get into a couple of things that I wanted to jump into because there's so much that goes behind being an NFL mom. You know,
Right.
And I do want maybe other moms is out there listening to us. So I want us to be able to kind of encourage them, inform them, you know, maybe just pour into them, you know. And I'm going to see if I can get some other NFL moms. My sister's saying you're already going to be on, so you already might as well get ready.
I could try to pull some strings and see if I could get some of the UK moms to come aboard.
Yes, definitely. We can come before the people and let them hear from each one of us, because each one of us have maybe we have a different story, but some similarity. Trust me, I believe that, because it's so, look at there. You're a single mom. I'm a single mom. You know, I come from a single mom. My dad was called home when I was like 4 or 5 years old. So
Really?
yeah, so my mom raised my brother and my sister and I by herself, you know. So that's where I get, you know, that good parenting, being, you know, not saying that you should be a single mom out there. If you're under the sound of my voice, that's not what I'm saying. But I do want to tell you, single moms rock.
They definitely got a different strength.
Yes, definitely. But listen, Melissa just got her hands in so much, y'all. I'm going to show you what else she's into. These little Frenchie bulldogs, I think they are.
French
Listen,
bulldog.
I'm going to put one up, but she has some for sale. I'm going to go ahead and let her tell you guys about them. But look
That's
at that.
LYNN. His name, well, her name, I had to name them because they're 4 months. And I couldn't just say, hey, you, because it's 4 of them. We're actually selling the last 3. It was 6 of them. One of the players from the Dolphins has one, Preston Williams. So LYNN, that's her. She's a girl. Whoever, if you guys want to get in touch with her or me, we're definitely looking for a home for the last 3 girls. They're Merles. They're Frenchies. Their mom and dad are both Merles. Don't believe the hype when they tell you the 2 Merles can't naturally conceive because it was an accident. I thought they didn't know what they was doing, but they definitely knew what they was doing. And yeah, that was the result. We had 6, and I delivered them all myself. It wasn't no C-section. Delivered them from 10:15 at night to 7:45 in the morning. And then got up and took them to the vet just to get told, I can't believe you did this, and how?
Listen,
I didn't lose one puppy.
We're going to have to talk about this on the next show. I need to hear about it. Whoa.
It was good. It was good. It was good. It was good.
Listen, I'm quite sure a lot of the viewers are like, oh my God.
How did you deliver puppies?
Not only that, I mean, that was an all-nighter.
It was all-nighter. I was up all night long.
Oh my
Leah wifing for puppies.
Oh my goodness. Guys, we're here live today with the girl, Erica Wilson, and it had to happen. I have the beautiful NFL mom, Melissa Phillips. As you can see, she's a woman that wears many, many hats. But I want to please keep her in prayer. As she is the caretaker for her father. That alone, I know, have to be a lot. I'm definitely going to keep you in prayer. I'm just a phone call away. I'm just like you. I always, open myself up for others.
For my dad, it's a blessing because, since he's been down here, he hasn't been sick. He's a cancer survivor. He had never smoked any type of tobacco in his life. He had it removed from his lungs. So, due to a long-term drug habit that he had, the results of it unfortunately affected his mental health, which causes him to be a self-harming, schizophrenic, and he has a chemical imbalance. So, for like the last 4 years, we had 2 suicide attempts, Jesus. 2 walk-offs, and he's been doing pretty good. We only had 1 walk-off here. He wanted to go to McDonald's and I was out of town, and my son and them, they're grown, they thought that he would never leave. They went to the store real fast, came back, and he was gone. He's not really good at a sense of direction. So luckily the police officers of Weston were able to contact the Youngstown Police Department, and they were able to contact where he was seeking. Only thing he remembered is where he got his mental health from. And luckily my daughter, I was at the hospital tending to my grandma, and my daughter was at my grandma's house. So that's how we connected the dots, and he's safe and he's sound. So thank you for the prayers. He's doing really, really well. He's med compliant. He's healthy, and he hasn't attempted suicide. So I'm blessed.
Yes, and he won't attempt it anymore. We're going to claim that right now in the name of Jesus. But more so, pray for you, because you are everything to everybody else. I want to know on the next show, I want you to think about self-care. What are you doing to take care of Melissa? Because let me explain something to you. If you're not taking care of you, you can't be any good to anybody else. best version of you to give to others. And we are so many things to other people, but what are we doing for ourselves? So, God, we're going to leave you with that. But I'm telling you, I'm going to some serious prayer for you because
Thank you. Appreciate it.
You're most welcome. And I'm telling you, any day, I will never turn off my phone. Whatever it is, call. If it's just an ear, call. You know what? We're going to meet.
We definitely got to meet.
Okay, that's definitely going to happen. But I am so honored to have you here, and thank you for accepting my invitation to be.
I appreciate it anytime.
Yeah, definitely. And go ahead and get with Taylor and just tell Taylor to rebook you for the second part. I don't want to put it out too long because I want to keep the story fresh because you definitely have the story and you definitely have someone out there that needs to hear it. So God bless you, my sister.
Thank you. I appreciate it, and thank you for having me.
You're most welcome. And you got to know where you're weak, God is strong. So anytime, if you just call out on the name of Jesus, he's there. If you can't utter out a prayer, Jesus. That's the best name we can know. And you got to know that he's there with you. Definitely, definitely. But y'all go ahead and get them Frenchies. She have 3 girl Frenchies out there. Listen.
Please.
You have 3. So I didn't show the other 2. We'll show the other 2 on the next show if they're not gone. But she do have 3 Frenchies left. They're girls and they're mules.
Merle.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know what that means, but
They're 100% Merle.
Ooh. Okay, y'all heard it here. It had to happen. But if you're under the sound of my voice and you can help me out and go before the throne of grace for Miss Melissa, please do call her name out tonight before bed. Tomorrow, Melissa, I will have the beautiful Coach Toy here with me at 4:30 on tomorrow, and my co-host, Miss Cassandra Nelson. She said, I'm just getting back on my side and I'm not there. But tomorrow at 4:30, guys, please do tune in with us here at It Had to Happen. Guys, if you would like to book with Erica, you can do so by going to www.ericawilson@h2h.com. Again, www.ericawilson@h2h.com. We would love to have you on. Not only that, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. The subscribe button as well as the notification button so you can know when your girl go live. Mondays, I'm telling y'all don't want to miss it. You want to soar through 2022 with my covenant partners and I. Listen, it's been on fire. So meet us back here tomorrow at 4:30 and then next Monday at 5:30. Guys, this is NFL Moms of Miami, and I had LYNN BOWDEN Jr.'s mom, Miss Melissa Phillips. She's a phenomenal woman that wears many, many hats. God bless each and every one of you. Let's go ahead and send them out some virtual hugs, Melissa. And we always send them love because we do love you here at It Had to Happen. Special thanks to each and every one of you who tune in with us every Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. We're forever grateful for you. We can't do it without you. But Melissa, I have to let you know I got the baddest producer on this side of heaven. So whenever you get, you think about you may want to do something like this, I got the one for you because Mischa Allen, she's the baddest producer on this side of heaven. God bless you all. Pray before you lay tonight. I can't say it's so much going on. Pray before you lay. God bless you all.
Thank you.
Until next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Erica's Empowering Empire. 88 Blessings Soar Movement. It had to happen in a beauty so rare. We'd love for you to join us by subscribing to our YouTube channel. It Had to Happen with Erica Wilson. Following our social media.